everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Vidya. I am currently pursuing MBA Sri Venkateshwara Engineering College affiliated to VTU. Today I am coming back with the subject of consumer behavior. My topic is key principles and rights of consumer behavior. This subject handled by Naveen sir. Let's come to the meaning of consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is a rapidly growing and application oriented disciplinary study, and recent changes to advancement and technological and digital communication domains and also influencing the way of consumer behavior. So this is the meaning of consumer behavior. Let's come to the key principles of consumer behavior. First one is a clear communication. Open and honest communication is a circular for ensuring that everyone understanding and want to being a proposed and that constant and freely giving to the clear communication in the consumer behavior. Let's come to the second point. Respect to the boundaries. Constant involves and respected personal and boundaries and recognize that individuals have a right to say no or changes their minds and to the points. So this is the respect for the boundaries. Let's come to the third point. Voluntary agreement. Voluntary agreement consists must be freely giving without corruptions and manipulation and disappoints. So this is a voluntary agreement. Let's come to the capacity and constant. It involves they must have a capacity to understand the nature of the situation and make a voluntary decisions. It is a capacity and consistency. Let's come to the rights and responsibilities of consumers in India. Right to safety. First of all, consumer have a need to right to safety measures and safety have a right to protect against goods and services that are hazards and life and property. So this is the right to safety. Let's come to the right to information. Consumer have a right to informed about the quality, quantity and purity of the goods and services as well as the nature and extent of any hazard involved. So this is the right to information. Let's come to the right to choose. Consumer have a right to choose a variety of goods and services, capacity to competitive price and choose a product or services best suits their needs and wants. So this is very important nowadays. Always consumer go through the price sensitive mindset and go to the needs and wants their fulfillment in the one product. So this is the right to choose. Right to be heard. Consumer have a right to be heard and have a their interest and considered in the formulation of consumer policies and programs. So this is the right to be heard. Consumer have a own needs and wants. Right to seek a redressal. Redressor is a consumer have a right to seek redressal against the unfair trade practices. Practices are exploitation of consumers. So this is the right to seek redressal. Let's come to the right to consumer education. It is a very important in nowadays. Consumer have a right to acquire knowledge and skills to be informed consumer throughout their lives. So this is the right to consumer education. Let's come to the consumer responsibility. First point is make informed choices. A consumer should have a thoroughly understand the product information and make informed choices based on their needs and wants and preferences. So this is a choices of the consumer responsibility. Let's come to the use product service responsibility. Consumer should have a use product services responsibilities and according to the with instructions provided. So this is very important in consumers to responsible using the one product. Advocate for the trade fair business practices. Consumer should advocate for fair business practices and report any valuations to the appropriate authorities. So this is the consumer fair business practices. Let's come to the advocate for fair business practices. Be vigilant against unfair trade practices. Consumers should have a vigilant and against fair trade practices and report specious activities under authorities. So this is the B. Assert their rights but do not them. A consumer should assert their rights but should not be observed them or engage in the illegal and unethical behavior. So this is very important. So those are all the responsibilities. Rights is very important in the consumer behavior. So this is my end of the presentation. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.